What's going on, Spill the Tea TV? We are back. Thank you all for tuning in. We have all the movers and shakers, independent creatives that we like to highlight. We like to play games with. What the hell you just throw? What you just throw?
That's my phone.
Y'all already saw it, but it's crazy. This man threw his phone.
I ain't wanted to be a
across the interview.
distraction.
That is not professional. That is not professional. And I'm over here interviewing you because you're a DJ. You're a DJ. You're an overall creative. And you gonna throw a phone.
Hey, look, I got insurance through Sprint. It will be okay.
Now, what if it would have cracked?
I got insurance through Sprint. It'll be okay.
Right, and then Sprint, since that's a low-tier phone company, they would have fixed your shit in like 10 days.
T-Mobile absorbed them. It'll be okay.
He said it'll be okay. So what we're going to do first, we're going to play a game called Black Card Revoked. So basically, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and the game, it is pretty popular on like Instagram and stuff like that. So
Okay, let's run it.
let's run it. Let's run it. Okay, so can't look.
Yeah, let me know.
Okay. And everybody hates Chris, Rochelle, so the wife and the mom.
Okay.
She always brags about what? Now, it is multiple choice, so I'll give you options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, A, her kids' grades. B, owning her home. C, having money. Or D, her man having 2 jobs.
Well, we know it ain't C.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say D. I don't even watch TV.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say D just because I know like what the show's about.
And if you see clips online, that's the main clip you see is, I ain't got to deal with this. My man got 2 jobs. Period.
Gotta love Pam, yeah.
Okay, so answer this question. So when he says shut up, you should be quiet. But when he leaves, you can talk again. What movie is that from?
Oh, that's Friday.
Okay. Dang, you gonna let me say the multiple choice?
Oh, my bad. Look. Man, Chris Tucker is a classic. Friday is a classic.
So, well, the options, you are right, but the options are Shownuff, Bishop, Friday, Shownuff from The Last Dragon, Bishop from Juice, Debo from Friday, or Nino Brown from New Jack City.
Oh, yeah, you would definitely get your black card revoked.
Definitely will get your black card revoked. She get it straight pulled off that one. So, and I wonder if you know this. I wonder if she knows this one too. We do have somebody in the audience, somebody a guest. So I wonder if she knows it. So what's the first line to the Tootsie Roll song? Is it cotton candy, sweet and low? That's A. B, cotton candy, sweet as gold. C, cotton candy, sweetie go. Or is it D, cotton candy, Swedish gold?
Swedish gold.
Swedish gold?
No, that's not the answer. I'm saying that's ridiculous.
Sweet and gold, right?
And candy sweet as gold.
Let me see that Tootsie Roll. That Tootsie Roll.
I think that was B. Wouldn't that be?
So it's actually C. It's cotton candy, sweetie go. And I had to look this up. Like I really, yes,
Sweetie go.
cotton candy, sweetie go. Let me see,
It's Sweetie Go?
sweetie go.
Yeah.
Yes. I had to look it up. So my man's, we had somebody else in the audience, try to help us out, you know what I'm saying? But y'all still got it wrong. Burnt, back hard.
I put out the
straight
lifeline
pulled.
and still bumped. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, we'll probably do like one more. And I feel like this is a good question that anybody that's in music should know, especially being a black person. So who was the first woman inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
God damn.
Was it A, Etta James, B, Diana Ross? Was it C, Aretha Franklin, or was it D, Whitney Houston?
Motherfucker.
Don't be cursing.
Oh, my bad.
No. Don't be cursing.
Mickey, Ficky.
So Etta James, Diana
That's
Ross,
the BET
Aretha
edit.
Franklin, or Whitney Houston?
I'm going to say Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin. Okay. Okay, cool. So
I'm bad on the cursing. This is PG-13.
it's all good. So PG-8, no, for real. Skip, man, overall creative. So this guy DJs. A lot of you all don't know, but a lot of the animated content that you see on my page, even from back when we was doing like the cartoons, the flyers, he is the brain, the creative, the hands behind of a lot of my visuals. So You can
Thank you.
best explain what all you do.
I can't sit still. I do everything. Like a lot of stuff. I started doing a lot of stuff because I couldn't get help with what I needed to do. So I just had to learn how to do it. Like I'm a DJ, producer, production by trade. So social media came about. I needed visual content to go with the music. No one would send me B-roll. No one would help. So I started snatching YouTube videos. And I just started cutting and editing those. One of my friends showed me how to take the green screen away. And the rest is history.
By the way, he did our green screen. You know, and that is on fire now. And on fire. So did this start when you started doing things visually? Because I know you're saying you did the music first. Did this start when you went to the AUC? Was it something that you always did as a kid? Or would you say you started? I know you started with the music.
Well, I say I started with the music first. Like,
Okay.
Like I'm from like the iMesh, Napster, Kazaa, LimeWire. Like I've had all those. So I've been like collecting music in general. Going to school in Atlanta, Clark, Atlanta, I always had all the music coming back home to DC. So I was a shoo-in, always DJ'd a random party because I had all the hits that you could shake your butt to. Can't curse, gotta remember. But yeah. So then one of my homeboys, Funny Money, my bad. He's one of my artists too. He showed me how to chop and screw music, and then I just started chopping and screwing literally everything, like everything I can get my hands on. So I've been collecting music since like high school. I've been DJing since college.
That's a pretty long time because he old, y'all. I'm just playing.
If you guess my age, I give you the vice of your choice.
Oh. Vice might be some. Ooh.
Yeah. So yeah, I've been doing this for a minute. So it's like at this point, it's more so I'm finally reaping the benefits of all the practice and the building and paying dues and free shows, and yeah, it's time.
It's crazy because me and you personally, we met on that level where it's like, I didn't have enough money to afford your services. So that's crazy when you say you did a lot of free things, you know, all the networking and things you had to do to kind of establish yourself as to where you are. Let's talk about I want to talk about paying for services or bartering or being in exchange with other creatives who may or may not have the budgets for services.
Like, if your idea makes sense and you can explain what you want, then it'll be easier to get somebody on board if you don't have the funds or the know-how or the whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just come with some harebrained scheme, some half-cocked idea, it's going to be like, so not only do you want me to do it for the low, but you want me to think for you. Like, this is your project. This is your baby. This is your whatever. So it's like, if you can't even meet me halfway and you ain't got no money, you're not even helping me at this point. It's like, well, help build your reel. I don't need this kind of practice.
Right. Or not from you.
Yeah, it's like.
Because who are you?
You know what I'm saying? And then they were like, well, what if so-and-so came to you and asked for it for free? Well, if the person with the money came to me, they're not going to ask for it for free.
Exactly.
Because they know the money's going to drive me to do it better. And now they kind of like own my time for that moment. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to drive you to do it efficiently, to do it by a deadline.
You know what I'm
and to.
So it's like, there's that. And then just be honest. Like, be honest with yourself and be honest with the situation. It's like, if you know for a fact you ain't got it, then approach it as if you don't got it. And now you got to talk to me, or you got to build that business rep. You got to build that business rapport so that, you know what I'm saying, it'll make sense. It's like going to a tattoo artist with a dumb drawing. They're going to tax you.
Exactly.
But if you work with them and let them put their spin on it and do what they do, you might get a deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so your approach is pretty much don't feel entitled. Like when somebody approaches you, don't feel entitled that they should get something for free or for a certain price, for one.
Yeah.
And then two, at least have an idea or at least have a concept, or let's at least have things put together and put things together that makes sense.
Exactly. And it's like that, it goes back to like that whole consultation part.
Right.
It's like, because in the consultation, I'm going to figure out if I can even do what you're asking me to do.
Right.
Then is it feasible? Is the time frame right? What's the budget? Because my rate is irrelevant. Because I might do something. What seems difficult might be easy to me.
Right.
Which means, yeah, I got an hourly rate. But if I can do this difficult thing in 5 minutes, then clearly I'm not going to charge you that rate. So it's like, being able to explain and express what you want goes a long way. And that's like, and that's normally the biggest issue, which is why people just charge you absorbent amounts, because I got to cover myself. It's like, all right, you told me you wanted this. I did this. Now you don't want it. You want 5 more revisions. I already charged you, so I can't charge you more. Now I'm in a limbo of, I don't even care anymore. Just get this off my computer. Which is why the dumb prices be popping up, because people don't be knowing what they want. Now I got to do the creative designer, director, videographer. I got to do all the work, but none of the money.
And people don't understand, like, when you do video work, it takes time to render and export, and you have to keep, the storage, even the files that are being filmed or being used, that takes up storage on your computer, which you have to do more to your computer to be able to hold this storage. So,
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's give and take on both ends, but it's like, if you want the better price, just come better prepared with what you want or what you have to offer, like in general. And never try to pay me in clout. Like, do not try to pay me in clout.
How do you feel about being paid in clout?
If you had the amount of clout to pay me, then you'd be able to pay me.
You got a point?
Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a DJ as well as a videographer and a filmer and an editor. So if I ain't never heard of your music, like at all, your clout cannot pay me. At all. I'm so sorry.
You can't even use this as a sample. You can't even put it on your resume. I mean, the work you can, the actual work, but from the person. It's
like, it's not going to work. And the fake followers don't move me. I can do math. Like, you got 40,000 followers and 100 views on a video that's 3 weeks old. Like, come on now, bro. Doesn't make sense. So, I am down to barter. Just, we're all adults. So be real.
Make it make sense. And like you said, be honest. And speaking of making content, y'all love Sasha. Y'all love my girl. So he and Raw Productions, they are 2 of the gentlemen that are behind creating a character. So, because I know the Metaverse is like a huge thing now. So what are your thoughts on basically creating these figures and getting into that right in time for the Metaverse?
I mean, it is crazy timing, damn near coincidental.
Right,
you know it is. Because it's like, I didn't even want to make characters.
I remember that.
Yeah, I just wanted to edit and do composites. So the fact that now the characters are being imported in NFT spaces and all that other stuff is like, I can literally make whatever I think of at this point. So, I mean, it's coincidental, funny, good timing, time to pad the pockets. If anyone needs a character, I can make it look like anything. I just don't do children, unless it's your child. I'll do your child. Yeah. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, holla at me.
Okay. So when you didn't want to do like the animated characters, what made you say, okay, let me?
It turned into a needed thing.
Okay.
Because there's only so long you can take people's characters offline.
Right.
And sometimes you want a custom character. Sometimes you want a specific character. So since the program was open and had easy access, I was like, well, I already know how to do 3D stuff. So doing this in 3D won't be that much of a jump. It's just, the more you do it, the more you realize how good Disney Pixar and the people that make the stylized and like the character look like a leader battle. Like when you see those movies and you see those characters, like that level, that's above my pay grade. But you know what I'm saying? Like just in general, it was time. It's always good to expand the craft. So
always. And then what else do you have coming up? So I know you work with a lot of different people around the city. You have a space coming. Ooh.
Yes, I have a space coming. I'll tell you where as soon as it's ready. But there's going to be a green infinity room, a little podcast space. Like,
so you can do things like this?
Yes, all types of ignorant stuff like this. Hold up. Like that. Like that.
Oh, wow.
But nah, so we have that. We have a studio on Edgewood, Escape Key, Bando Beats. We do filming.
Shout out to the homies.
Do the production, Infinity Wall there. Looking for a warehouse. I'm going to do something crazy with that. I ain't going to talk about it.
Ooh.
But yeah, like I said, I can't sit still. So between mixtapes dropping, projects, photography, I got a book coming out. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff.
Do a lot of stuff, man.
Hey man, you got to be an entrepreneur and a Renaissance person at the same time.
That is so true. This is
like,
such a new thing. Like if you want to kind of be well-rounded or want to kind of, I don't want to say make ends meet, but if you're truly an entrepreneur and you're a creative, you have to dabble into different things and different projects and stuff. So
definitely. And it's like, even if that's not going to be like your bread and butter or your thing to go to, being knowledgeable about it is still cool. So that way, if you do need the service, somebody else can't lie to you, or you at least have enough knowledge to be like, all right, well, I don't know exactly how to do it, but I know enough to know it don't take that long to give me my product back.
Exactly.
Or you're completely full of it right now because I know what we need to do and that ain't it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, you know.
It's good to be knowledgeable about so many things, especially as a creative.
It's like, you ain't got to be an expert, but at least know what you're talking about and know what they're talking about so that so you don't end up in a 360.
Right. So people won't BS you for real.
Exactly.
But yes, y'all, man, make sure y'all tune in. Let me know who y'all want to see next. Shout out to OG Uncle Skip for coming on the show, for everything that you do. I truly appreciate you because,
thanks for having me.
Yes, for the last 4 or 5 years, my brand wouldn't have been able to stay afloat visually and be unique if it was not for this man. Yes.
I just be doing stuff.
Just
I have
be doing
an
all the
idea
cool stuff.
and I'll do it. I urge you all to do that. You have an idea? Just do it.
Just do it like Nike. And y'all make sure y'all follow me, Teaacup at TEAACUPP_. Make sure you follow Spill the TTB, like and subscribe. And we are out. Let me know who y'all want to see next.